Hello, my Virgo collective. I'm thinking about what cards I want to pull for you. I am here to give you your message for September 2025. I hope you enjoy it. Um, it's going to be a very interesting month, so just buckle up for the ride. Like always, I think astrology has everything to do with how we react to the world and how the world reacts to us. So I am going to be hitting the three biggest milestones for the month of September and checking out how that affects you. The first thing we're going to be looking at is, let me open my little book here. September 6th and 7th. The 6th, there is a retrograde in Uranus. In the sign of Gemini in the first degree. The last time this happened was 1941, all the way to about 1949. It marks revolution, civil war, court cases. It has to do with civil injustices, kind of like an uprising energy, okay? It's going to be active in our field until at least February of next year. So this is like a big deal because it's going to be affecting your sense of justice, balance, and authority. Besides that, there is a Pisces full moon on the 7th. It is a lunar eclipse in Pisces. Pisces currently is being, I want to say, sabotaged or checked off by the energy of Saturn. So that is talking about really disciplining your intuition, disciplining your emotions, disciplining the way that you looked at the world, because that's the way that the old world was, and this is a new world. So it's kind of like you having an internal civil war with yourself, saying, that's not my reality anymore. I'm not that person anymore. And putting in check different things about yourself. When we're moving into the age of Aquarius, the beginning of the year, I told you that Aquarius received its crown. In other words, marked official time of Aquarius. We're going to go through three separate milestones: the emotional shift to Aquarius, the mental shift to Aquarius, and the physical shift to Aquarius throughout these years that it's shifting into the complete age of Aquarius. And so this is the milestone of your emotions, where you are being told, are you of the old world or are you of the new world, right? Are you the people that follow Old Testament God, that he smites you if you don't do exactly what he says? Or are you New Testament God, Jesus, that is all love and light, right? That lives within us and that we are present here in the world and we're all his children. That kind of energy. And so you're being like put to the forefront and saying, if you're really of the new world, Jesus, God, and not the old world Testament God, then are the people that you're aligning to, are the actions you are doing, are your emotions, are everything that you're doing aligned to that belief system, or is it not? And this is when you're having that internal civil war, because you're like, wait, that's not true anymore for me. And you're going to be fighting with that. So because it's a big deal and because it's not only going to be affecting you, but everybody else, I want to see how it's going to affect you personally, my Virgos. So let's find out how it's going to affect you, okay? Shut up. The first thing that we have right off the jump is the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. Oh, and it's in reverse. So it's saying like things are actually slowing down for you instead of moving faster, which is great. And this is actually victorious. Okay. You know, I know like some of my Virgos like to take it a little too slow by perhaps procrastinating. But in this case, it looks like the slowdown is actually going to be a good thing. And then we have the energy of the full moon. And this is the full moon and the full moon eclipse. And this full moon is going to be affecting you for until the following full moon. It's like a huge cycle of slowdown. Okay. Shut up. Because it's time for you to like master yourself, go within, have a spiritual growth. So, I mean, I feel like this is the calm before the storm. It's kind of like something is percolating inside of you. There's a big shift that has taken place inside of you. And the slowdown is the external slowdown because the internal is doing a whole mess of stuff. We have the energy of the devil here connected to this energy of the Ace of Wands. And what is happening is actually like, I want to say, a fight with your internal demons. This is all like your external world is going to have to take a pause because your internal world is the one where I'm seeing this civil war. Okay. Tell me more about this. This is interesting. Yeah, there's a Fool card. There's a new beginning. There's a new beginning in you, the Fool card, with the Three of Coins in reverse. And this new beginning is causing you to just slow down, have no motivation, no drive. You don't want to collaborate with anybody. You really don't want to do nothing because you're really doing you. And then we have the Page of Coins because you're creating a new foundation for yourself. I mean, Virgos, you guys are going to really be in hermit mode starting September. I don't see you out and about. I don't see you socializing too much. I don't see you really wanting to do too much. You might feel really tired because when there's spiritual shifts like this, we have a tendency of wanting to sleep a lot because a lot is happening in the spirit realm. And the only way to access that realm is through sleep. So there's that. There's you working on yourself. This is all about you and you just like being away from everybody. In the bottom of the deck, we have the energy of the King of Cups, which is maturing emotionally. We have the full moon. So you remember how I told you this full moon, this is just confirming what I just finished telling you. Because this full moon has to do with you having your emotions in check and kind of like revamping all your emotions and realizing where you've self-sabotaged because of those emotions. You know, some of the emotions we carry, they are, I want to say, residual from our upbringing and what we grew up around, right? What we saw. And I feel like we're having like an internal inventory, especially you, my Virgos, with your emotions, where you're like, holy crap. Like, I stopped doing this, not because I didn't like it, but because this happened to me, or I was told this a long time ago. That's not right. And then you're starting to like question how many actions, how many people you've connected to, how many things you've done that actually self-sabotaged you because they were aligned to the belief system that is not yours. It's the one you came growing up with. This is crazy. And then we have this Eight of Coins, which I'm seeing you working on yourself, and Two of Coins to rebalance yourself from the distortion, the Seven of Cups, that came from the connections that you had, Two of Cups, that were actually Knight of Cups. And Knight of Cups for me is false love. And now you're judging these connections with the Judgment card and actually having this Seven of Coins situation where you're wondering if you should continue to invest in these connections, these people, because are they really serving you? And this is talking about having to work. This is like strength, having to work with your self-belief system, your self-growth, and your self-expansion. So honestly, long story short, this moon is going to make you like go within, and you're going to be there for a really long time. Actually, it looks like you're going to be there till the following full moon, because this is all of you rediscovering yourself. It's like you're a whole new person. And now you don't know what this person wants, this person desires. You're just kind of like, who am I and what do I really want from this world? Is the world that I'm projecting externally, is the things that I'm aligning to in real alignment with who I really am now? I know it was in alignment to the person I was before, but I'm not that person anymore. So do I have to change something? I feel like I want these. No, they told me these. All right. Next thing that I'm going to look into is September 21st. There is a new moon in the sign of Virgo, which is your sign. Now, the significant thing is this. If you guys watch my astrology, and this is me chiming in, telling you, why aren't you not subscribed to my channel if you're not? And you should be looking at the weekly astrology that I do, which I go through the run through to the entire week and let you know what's happening so you can prepare yourself in the week and adjust your schedule so that you can have growth instead of expansion. I mean, in expansion instead of death. Astrology has a lot to do with how people are reacting, even if they know it or not, and how the cards are playing out and what you're feeling. Because it's how the planets align around us and pull the magnetic field around Earth, which then in turn pulls the magnetic field in the planet, creating like astrological events, changes of temperatures and stuff, but internally too, because we have that energetic field connected to Mother Earth. So keep that in mind. If if you really want to know what's up and how you can change your reality, you need to get on point when it comes to astrology. Okay? So that's my chime in for those that haven't subscribed and that should be following my family here. Secondly, we have this energy on the 23rd. I told you guys that it's a new moon, but I also told you that the sun is in Virgo. And I told you that it was like a faux eclipse. Now, I also told you that no other astrologer is going to say that because this is something that my guides tell me and based on what I have observed with my reality. And what that means is that though it's not an official eclipse, the fact that the sun and the moon are in the same placement, it is preluding you to something that is going to phase out of your life. And then ironically, because this is a portal, the 21st of September, there is a eclipse in the sun in Virgo, in a moon of Virgo. That's a new moon. So my takeaway from this whole thing is remember, do a mental note and think about what you did on the 20th of August all the way to about the 26th, 27th of August. Because whatever played out in that week, it's what's going to be playing out and phasing out of your life with this eclipse. The eclipse is accompanied with a opposition with Saturn in Pisces. Saturn and Pisces right now are kind of putting you in discipline with your emotions and your intuition. And something is phasing out in your intuition and your emotions. This can be an oppressive energy that used to have control over you and used to make you see the world a certain way, and that coming out and you now regaining the things that you have lost. That's possible. But this is like a big energy because the sun eclipse, not like the moon eclipse that has to do with your subconscious and your emotions and things like that. Sun eclipse has to do with your 3D realities, things you see with your like clarity. Okay, so I want to see what you're going to be clear of, because right here it looks like you're going to be working on with a lot with your emotions. So this is like subconscious. Right off the jump, the first thing I see you do is taking action, ending something. You're going to KO something. What are you going to KO? We're going to Mortal Kombat. Star. Okay. Shut up. The 7 of Swords. Temperance. Shut up. I'm liking this energy, Virgo. You're going to definitely be on something. Empress. 10 of Swords. 3 of Swords. You know what this looks like? This looks like you're going to go 100 miles an hour, ending, KOing everything that is stopping you from being the person that you want to be. You're going to see clearly every trap that is being set up in front of you. You're going to actually catch all these people that are lying, stealing, cheating, and corrupting your mind. You're going to definitely change this lead energy, this slow energy into gold, and you're going to enter into this energy of prosperity, growth, and abundance. Somebody here is very influenced by the number 3. And the death that I'm seeing here is the death of these distortions. You have a lot of friends, co-workers, people around you that are sabotaging you. They put holes all over the floor and you don't even see them and you fall into them. And it seems like every single time you take like 2 steps forward, 20 steps go backwards. And you're thinking to yourself, dude, like what the flip? I'm doing everything possible. And it seems like every wall is being put in front of me. Yeah, because you have frenemies. Okay. And what's happening is that you're seeing them and you're ending them. You're no longer going to allow yourself to be stabbed in the heart and destroyed and hurt by things that no longer serve you. You're starting to invest in things. Wow, look at this. You're starting to invest in this whole new world where things are just, where you're getting justice, where people stop messing around with you. Because the reality is that it's time for you to win, Nine of Cups. It's time for you to create a stronger foundation, and it's time for those fools to lose you from their lives, because you're that golden fish. You're the one that brought this prosperity and abundance and good things to these people, and it's time for them to lose it, because that's fair with the balance. I mean, that's all I'm gonna say about that. It's about damn time. Sometimes I think we're too nice, and I think that the too nice era is ending. We're seeing people for what they are, not the potential that they have. Like, I don't want to tell you how many times growing up I'd be like, no, but I can see the goodness in them. Fuck the goodness in them, okay? They might have it, but they don't know it's there, and they sure as shit is not going to show it to you. So it's about for you to treat them with the way that they're showing you that they are. And if they want to be treated differently, then they got to show me something different. That's what this feels like, and it feels really good. Really, really good. This made me really spicy, like I want to hit somebody. Anyways, that being said, the last thing I want to look into is the equinox. We have the autumn equinox happening the 22nd. Tell me if this is not all crazy, because the 6th to the 7th, crazy energy, and now the 21st to the 22nd, crazy energy. And the equinox has to be about clearly knowing the course correction you need to take so that you can manifest what you need to manifest for your future. So how is this going to affect my Virgos? Ooh, look at this. July. Be careful. Don't take risks. Why does that show up? Do not be tempted to lower your standards. An arrogant, boastful person that you shouldn't cross. So it seems like you have been crossing, or you've been working with, I feel like the self-sabotaging person might be a person born in the month of July. Or you met them around the month of July. But there's something linked to this July energy and this arrogant person. And they want you to lower your standards to be around them. Like, they want you to be of a certain way. Like, why are you changing? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? You should be where I like you because I like you there. That's what's changing. And then it says, stepping into a new experience leg with bread, period of prosperity and abundance, and vine, seek out information that can help you in August. So then we have this energy that in August, you started moving in a new direction. I actually think you stepped into a new reality. And now you're starting to get more information and more movement forward. And this is so interesting. We have the haystack and financial pinch. Haystack is karma. You will reap what you sow, and financial pinch with the lobster. I actually don't think this is you, because all the energy is very positive. What I'm feeling is that now that you're stepping into this new reality, now that you're getting information, now that you're in this period of abundance, and all of it started around the time of August. So whoever I'm talking to, this shift literally, even though this is like end of the month, this is actually something that came from August now, which makes sense because your Virgo new moon started on the 23rd of August. And I told you that was very impactful for you guys. So what I'm seeing here is that this is more like a reclaiming of whatever you have lost from these spiteful, ugly people. And now they're going to be in financial pitches, and now they're going to be feeling uncomfortable, and now they're going to be receiving karma, and you're going to receive karma too. But I feel like your karma is more like dharma, like positive karma, where you're going to reap positive rewards, because like you've been carrying these a-holes for way too long. Whoever this a-hole is pissing me off. Like I'm feeling irritated by the energy of this frequency that I'm seeing here. What the hell? Where did these come from? I don't even, oh, they're right here. I'm having a moment. So I feel like you're detaching from some kind of demon energy, and I don't feel it's external. I think it was internal. Let me explain. So there was a belief system you had that actually allowed for people to self-sabotage you, for people to hurt you, because you believed that you should be subservient to them. And that is what's ending. And that is you claiming back your power. And that is you putting the line in the sand, which is great. Continue moving that way, my Virgos. We'll see you the next time.